Hi, it's Harms here, and in this section of the Digital Marketing Business Baton training, I am going to be talking about how to do a live boost very quickly on Instagram. Because one of the challenges we faced on social media platforms is the social media platforms are free to use. So if the social media platforms are free to use for us as users, and think of it in terms of consumers, then how does the company make money? Well, ultimately the companies make money by advertising. So their actual customers are advertising agencies, brands, businesses, influencers, anybody who's going to pay for the advertising space as part of that service. So really the customers and clients, if you think about it in true terms, are not the consumers of the apps. The consumers of the apps are there in terms of, yes, Facebook, for example, has a goal and a mission to connect everybody globally, which is amazing. But the only way they can do that is to generate revenue, which allows them to expand operations. So this is not a discussion about whether Facebook, social media, Instagram is a good thing or bad thing. This is a discussion on how do we use it as a business rather than a consumer. So there's two things to consider. Before I dive into the app, here's Instagram. I want to show you the difference between a boosted post / post that is promoted versus a free organic post that uses hashtags. Because what the challenge all creators and businesses are facing is, if you post something out there for free, how much reach do you actually get and how much traction do you actually get unless you are a master of the algorithm, unless you are constantly staying up to date with how do we hack the algorithm, how do we make sure this works and that works in order to get our posts seen by the most people. And if our business is not very video orientated and it's picture orientated, or it's not picture orientated, it's reliant on us giving a video message, what do we do? How do we get the reach out? What's the way that we do it? Because you've got a choice. You can put out a post for free and you're going to be limited in terms of how many people see it. That is known as organic reach. And if you have any interest in digital marketing sphere, you'll understand that the social media platforms, now they have a mass of clients and consumers. They are not necessarily allowing you to build your business off their platform for free anymore. They're just not really doing it. So you're going to hear the term out there which is known as organic reach is dead. What that means is, if I post something out there now and use hashtags and things like that, it's not really going to be seen by that many people. And I'll show you and I'll take you through an example of this. And we're going to compare it to whether we boost this video or image or whatever it is and see how much traction we get. And I'll show you live on my personal blog account. It's called Tour Talks. You'll find that on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's all the same. And it's just a place for me to share personal things. It's not really a place to be monetized. But if I'm going to put the effort into creating content, but I don't have time to battle the algorithms, what is the best way to get people to see my content? And that, for me, is a small, low-cost paid promotion. And I'll run you through how we do that as we go through this workshop. So let's look at, before we start, let's look at a free post. So let's break the audience, grabbing the audience's attention into two parts. The first part is looking at a free post. So let me just find a free post somewhere. I often actually boost, often boost my videos. So I need to make sure I can find a free post somewhere. I think, is this? Here we go. Okay, so this is a post, just me saying my tourtalks.blog is now alive and kicking. I've got a caption and I've got some hashtags. And let's look at the most important thing. You can click on, if you have a business Instagram account, the insights. So let's load the insights of my particular account. And if you swipe up, you get the full insights. So along the top, we have this post got 74 likes, 0 comments, but it got 1 share. And 285 people discovered this post. I'm just working down the screen, if you work down the screen with me. So for discovery, 285 people saw this post. Now, 6% of those people were not following me, which means, and this is a really useful point to highlight, my account has 855 followers. Okay, just bear that in mind. You may want to make a note of that. My account has 855 followers. Let me find that post again, because this really proves the point. Out of those 855 followers, and these are people who have followed me, and they are basically saying, Tour Talks, Harms, I give you permission to show me your content. I want to see your content. Instagram allowed only 285 of those people, of my followers, who want to see my content, actually see the content. And 6% of those were not my followers. They were people who are not following me, which means whatever 6%, let's work this out together. 285 times 6%, that means 17 people who are not a part of my following got to see this post. That's the key. Let's just focus on that, especially at this level now. That's important to note. So that's that post. That's a post out there for free. It's got a caption. I've used hashtags which are relevant to the post. You know, all the things that Instagram wants us to do. Now let's look at a boosted post. Let's come out of here and let's choose a post which is boosted. Let's have a look what's out and about. Here's a fun one. You'll like this. Okay, so this is just a picture. We'll go to video afterwards. I recently lived like a monk. I spent 10 days off the grid, living like a monk for 10 days. It was known as a silent meditation retreat. If you're in the community, you can ask me about that. Fantastic, phenomenal experience. No phones, no Instagram, no boosting posts, no organic posts, nothing like that. Purely myself and in silence. So I just put this quirky picture on to do with my meditation. So let's look at the insights on this particular post. Here we go. Now I got starting from the top, 795 people like this post, 5 people commented, 21 people saved that image, and because it was a promotion, 7 people clicked, but 15 people came and visited my profile. Now this is the incredible part. The discovery. This post reached 2,917 people were reached. 87% of those people were not following me. So I'm just going to do 2,900, 87%. 2,900 times 80%. That means 2,320 people who were not following me got to see this post. And this is the part I want to show you. I only spent £1 to have almost 3,000 people see this quirky post of mine. And it's just a personal share, nothing to do with business, nothing to sell here. It's just me just spending time with my audience, sharing my insights of the world. In this short time I've been on the planet, which is 30 years at time of shooting this. So that's that particular post. And that was boosted. Now, I want to show you a video, okay? So you got an image which is not boosted, an image which is boosted, and I want to show you a video. Let's show you a video which is not of great value. Let's watch the video through because it's quite a short video. But the key is it's a video. And you'll see in a second. Oh, how cool is that, right? How I love that. And very, very simple. Don't miss the noise. I don't live in London. If you're watching this from international, I used to live in London near the airport, Heathrow Airport. Incredibly noisy, busy place. I now live in a small village, 200 people. Absolutely incredible. I'm just surrounded by green fields. And I got one hashtag. This was again just to interact with my audience. There's nothing to sell here. I'm just sharing my life, sharing my journey. Let's look at the insights. Now we've got 101 people like and one person saved it. But look how many people discovered this video. 9,000 people discovered this video. And I spent £1. You'll see here, there's nothing to hide it. The promotion spend, 100% of your £1 budget got this video seen in front of 9,000 people. So that's pretty cool. So that means for £1, and if you just calculate that over the day, you did one post a day if you're doing a business for £365, you actually get people to see your content rather than post it and have maybe 200 people see your content and you've got 1,000 followers. That's ridiculous. So this just is me proving the point of boosting your post versus organic traffic. Now you have a choice. There's some train of thought which says no, organic traffic. This video is probably distracting. Let me come out of that. Now there's a train of thought which says organic traffic is the way to go because it shows people you're not selling, you're not advertising, it's not appearing as a sponsored post, and they will follow you. However, most business owners don't have the time to spend all day trying to work out how Instagram works and staying up to date with the algorithms, staying up to date with hashtags. So what ends up happening is you end up paying a specialist anyway. So we have clients who pay us in terms of managing their Instagram social profile, but we always encourage them to give us a small budget to advertise their posts as well, because it shortcuts the reach, it allows people to see their content, and it does exactly what the social media platforms want them to do, which is spend money on the platform if you are a business, and they will reward you rightly so. 9,000 people watching a short video, which is pretty incredible. So that is the difference between organic traffic and paid traffic. It's entirely up to you if you want to spend the £1 a day. If you are currently a larger business and you have more money that is available for advertising, you may want to spend time boosting it. Now let's go ahead and actually boost a post, any old post. Here I am. This post is irrelevant, so let's go promotes. The meaning behind the post is not important for this video, but I just want to show you the steps of promotion and how quickly and easily it can be done. So here's my profile. There's my website. You can send them to your profile, your website, or your direct messages. Let's say I want to send them to my website. No, let's say I want to send them to my profile. Saves me adding additional steps. Now you can go ahead and create your audience, and here's some things I have as my audience, but let's say I want to go create my own audience. Create your own audience. I'm going to set this as digital marketing training. Locations. And I'm going to keep this very simple. I'm just going to say London. London, England. And at the top, it's going to tell you how many people this reaches. At the moment, it's great. There's one more tab if your audience is large enough, which gets you to the most people. But great is fine for now. You can even get this, you can even localize this if you wish to. But I'm happy with London. So done. Now, interests. This is going to depend on your business niche. This is going to depend on all the research, Kyle, you've gone through in Kyle's parts of the training in terms of identifying your niche. So let's just say digital marketing as a niche, and let's see if that appears. Yes, it does. It appears as a niche and it adds it. So you would go ahead and you'd add a whole bunch of stuff: online advertising, social media, etc., and then the potential audience reach is greater. So that's now my audience, and I can adjust my age. Let's say my business is targeting people in their 30s to 40s, male and female. Done. And then I click done. Click done. Oh goodness. Next. Yep, next. And basically I normally do a £1 because all I'm doing is sharing a positive message with the world. If this is our business account, or we're selling a particular product, or we're selling something as a service for our clients in terms of their advertising, this budget would have been determined in advance. But for Instagram, there's still an option to do £1 over 1 day. So that will get me 400 to 4,600 people in terms of estimated reach. Why is there such a difference? Well, basically it is dependent on the quality of your content. The better the content, the more people that will see it. The worse of the content, I don't know how the best way to describe that, the worse of the content, if you've got lots of text and headlines which the algorithms don't like, then it will be seen by less people, which is why we like you to do video. That is considered great content for the algorithms. So you can slide this, and as you can see, if I ran £1 a day for 30 days, I'm getting seen by potentially 14,000 people. I click next, and then I can go ahead and promote this. You load your credit card details, or for us, it's business card details, whatever the situation is, and then you create the promotion. So it is as simple as that. What happens is it goes through a pending. Sometimes it can take up to 24 hours for them to analyze your post. Is it the correct post? Does it meet their rules and regulations? Have you hit any violations? Are you sharing a message which is positive? Is it business orientated, or are you trying to trigger some sort of political campaign? They will analyze that through their algorithm and their verification process, and they will say promotion approved or promotion denied. If it's denied, you have an option to do a manual review, but often they don't get it wrong. If it's rejected for an obvious reason, and then you may have to go tweak your content, tweak what you're talking about, because what they don't want is people paying for content that is going to harm society. Rather, it should lift society, either whether it's through products or services, e-commerce, whatever it is. That's all seen to lift society. So that's me showing you. Let's summarize. That's me showing you an organic post where you don't spend any money and just rely on the platforms to boost that post for you, and how little reach that gets. An image that's been boosted and how much reach that got. A video that's been boosted and how much reach that got. And I've actually walked you through the promotion process live on my own personal Instagram account, which is purely my Instagram account. Feel free to follow it. I just generally share personal topics, life lessons, things what was my experience in the 10-day meditation, living like a monk, all that sort of stuff. I just share there. And here's a cool feature. It's completely free. It's called, I just thought I'd just share this with you because I recently discovered it for a handful of clients who sell and manage multiple businesses. And essentially, imagine you wear multiple hats. So you may be a fitness coach, but you have free videos, you have consultations, and you have a paid service. Okay, so you wear 3 different hats within your business model. You can use something called Linktree, but the dot is between the R and the E, and you can set that up on linktree.com. I'll show you that website in a moment. And what it does, it brings up all the different links associated with your business. And if this would load in a moment, I will show you what that is. So for example, I wear multiple hats, whether it's digital marketing, my personal blog. I'm a real estate property investor as well. We host a personal development community, really leveling people up so they can handle the world of business, wealth, finance. And here we go. So Linktree allows me to link up to all of the places that I spend my time, where clients buy into us, where we add value to the marketplace. And Linktree, because I've got the free service, they leave their logo at the bottom and you have a specific amount of links you can use. So for example, if I go and click into B Street Digital, it should now bring up the website. So this is one of the hats I wear as part of B Street Digital as an agency, and you would now plug your business niche into here. Or for example, you may have a YouTube channel, you may have longer form videos on Facebook as you go ahead and develop your brand and content into level 2 and level 3 of the Baton model. And here we go. Here's the B Street website pops up, and we can go back. We can go to my blog. And one of the disadvantages of living in a village of 200 people and you're a digital marketer and you're a business owner is the Wi-Fi has a limit. It's not like this super 50, 100 megabyte broadband I used to enjoy in London. It's slightly limited. But the key here is to show you that it really, really, really works in terms of Linktree, and people can click on the things that they prefer or the things that align with them. This again is a personal blog of mine. It's just where I share things. It's not that sale orientated. Whereas you may have more sale orientated hooks. For example, instead of it saying Tour Talks blog, it could say read the latest personal insight. That could be more of a hook. B Street Digital could be, do you need digital marketing help? ? And you could go along that lines of improving the hooks available within your link tree of your Instagram. So anyway, that was just a bonus feature I'll show you. I thought I'd show you in terms of if you wear multiple hats, what you can do. But on that note, please don't forget the idea of marketing as a principle and a fundamental principle is not to confuse the audience. So my personal page is a terrible example. I speak about property, digital marketing, and my personal life on my page. That is way too confusing for an audience. So whereas if you have a niche, please stick to talking about your niche on your channel. Do not confuse the audience with your personal life, to your niche, to something else you do as a hobby and your career. Don't make that confusion. If a user comes on your page, they should know immediately, is this about property? Is this about digital marketing? Is this about personal development? They need to know immediately what they are on. Otherwise, it's too confusing for them to work out. That's the important message here. So I hope this video was super useful in terms of, for £1, how many people can see your video. This allows us not to overly worry about when to post, how to post, and what the Instagram algorithm is up to next in order to limit or accelerate our followers and reach out there in the marketplace. So hopefully that helps. Let's move on to the next section of this course.